Hi, my name is Kelly Hansen, and this is my presentation on my interview with a professional. To start out, here is some background information about the professional that I had the opportunity to interview. When researching potential interview candidates, her job title was labeled as a licensed clinical psychologist. And what made me want to interview her specifically was that she mostly worked with children, which is something that I'm very interested in as I'm currently a teacher. So her educational background included a bachelor's and a master's in psychology, not clinical, as well as a PhD in clinical psychology. This was perfect for me because it's the same degree plan that I plan on following as I'm currently getting my master's in psychology. Moving on to the questions that I asked. First off, I asked if she has ever experienced burnout or excessive stress, as this was one of the first topics that we learned about in this course. The answer that I got was yes, she experienced some stress from listening to the difficult stories of children or feeling the stress that her clients are feeling. But she combats this by setting clear boundaries for herself emotionally and focusing on the positive aspects of what she gets to do for a living. She also said that taking the time to do the things that she enjoys for herself outside of work really helped with this. The next question that I asked was, how do you work with clients, or in this case children, who are resistant to being counseled? I chose this question because children being hesitant to trust their counselors has been something I've learned about in both this course and in my cultural psychology course this semester. Her response was that trust is necessary before kids will want to allow you to help them, and that talking to them about what's going on really helps. Her biggest advice here was that if you respect them, they will most of the time respect you in return. My next question was, what made you decide to work with children rather than adults? I've always personally known that I wanted to work with children and help them, so I was wondering if it was the same. She answered that she also felt that she should be working with children and that she thought she always had the patience and care that's required to do so. Kind of related to this, I asked if she always wanted to be a therapist or if she had something else in mind first, since this is a second career for a lot of people who work in related fields like education. She said that she wanted to be in the medical field originally and that this is where that led her. Moving on to some more questions, I asked her what kind of diagnosis or disorders do you typically work with or see the most. She said that she sees children who are struggling with anxiety the most and that she works with many children who also have obsessive compulsive disorder. I thought that this was really interesting because I didn't think that OCD was as common as it is among children. Next, I asked what advice she would give someone pursuing a career that's similar to hers. She said that talking to people about their experiences is a great resource and to do lots of research. She mentioned that the more you know, the more comfortable you will feel practicing. The last question that I asked was, what are the most challenging or rewarding parts of your job? She responded that the challenging parts are similar to why she experiences stress or burnout, and that it is just seeing children go through mental health struggles. But the most rewarding part is seeing them get better and learn how to cope with certain issues. While I definitely learned a little about what being an actual practicing psychologist will look like, the most influential part of this assignment for me was to not be as afraid to reach out to people and talk to them. I was honestly scared to reach out to strangers, especially for an interview for an assignment, but it got me out of my comfort zone and showed me how nice it was to talk to someone who is currently doing what I hope to do someday. So moving forward, I plan on talking to other professionals, especially as I start really working on my thesis for this program. And I would definitely want to ask some more meaningful questions that go past just the surface level stuff. Thank you.